Hey guys, my name is Elise and today I'm super excited to show you some ways on how to store your produce for longer shelf life but without the use of plastic. There are a lot of tips and best practices out there, so if I don't go over one that you use, please share in the comments below. I also have my resources linked in the description, and Imperfect Produce, who I love and I buy a lot of my produce from, gives great tips and is a great resource for ultimate shelf life. They have this little storage guide here that I will also share a picture of. All right, so let's get started on produce that can live on the counter. Stone fruit and citrus can sit on the counter or in a bowl. Make sure to keep them out of direct sunlight and heat. If you want to slow down the ripening, you can always store in the fridge. You can also store tomatoes, pomegranate, and bananas on the counter. Just keep them away from the other fruits if you don't want them to ripen fast. They release a lot of ethylene gas. If you have the room, ideally you can store your onions, garlic, squash, watermelon, and potatoes and sweet potatoes in your pantry. I end up storing some of my produce in my Imperfect Produce box because I don't have a lot of room. Wherever is a cool, dark place should work. If I know I'm going to eat squash or any other produce within a week or two, I'll just leave it on the counter. But for ultimate long life, store in a cool, dark place. Remember to store your onions and potatoes apart. The onions cause potatoes to sprout fast. You can still eat these, by the way, if they're not too shriveled. Just take the sprouts off. Keep your fruits like bananas, apples, kiwi, and melons in a separate crisper drawer or on a separate shelf. They tend to give off more ethylene gas and ripen the other produce faster. Beets, radishes, corn, and citrus can be put in the crisper unwrapped. I like to wrap whole broccoli or cauliflower in a damp paper towel if I know I'm not using it for a few days. Keep your greens alive by wrapping them in a damp cotton towel and put them in the crisper. You can also do this with fresh herbs. I like to store carrots and celery together. I cut off the tops and save for soup or pesto. Then I cut up the carrots and celery and put them in water. You can save the celery base and grow a whole new stalk too. Just put the base in a shallow bowl of water and wait a few days until it sprouts. If you're not ready to cut up the celery, you can also wrap the whole stalk in an extra large beeswax wrap. Keep your asparagus alive by storing stems end down in a glass with a small amount of water in it. Make sure to change the water every few days. You can also store leafy herbs like cilantro this way. Any cut or peeled produce should go in the fridge. You can store these in glass containers or jars, beeswax wraps, or silicone bags if you have them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video has been at least a little helpful. And if you have any questions or comments on preserving produce, please leave a comment below or email me at elise@thepreserveshop.com.